Speaking of bozos, here's Jerry Jones. You
Man.
know what? I was going to try to straight face that and sell that,
He couldn't do it.
but I can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't need any phone calls today. I'm just getting over COVID, and I don't need any phone calls about what did you say about Jerry Jones today? So anyway, here's Jerry Jones from his Tuesday appearance every week on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas with our good friends, or at least my good friends, Sean and RJ. I don't know if Myles knows them, but I do. Here's Jerry Jones talking about the San Francisco 49ers.
They are right now probably the most likely team to go in the Super Bowl. But in order for them to get there, they've got to go by us, hopefully 2 times, if that's the way it falls in the playoffs. And we're in the playoffs, of course. But the bottom line is that you're playing the best. This is a certainly you don't need the game to tell you that you're playing the best, but you need the game to show you how you stack up against the best.
I mean, he's absolutely right. And I don't know that he relishes the opportunity to play them again in the postseason. If someone else would beat them first, that counts too, right? I mean, I've never seen anyone complain about having an easier path to the Super Bowl by virtue of the fact that the lesser team found a way to outscore the better team because maybe the better team was peeking past that game. We see that. 49ers could be the 1 seed, the one team that gets a bye, the one team that doesn't have to play from the NFC postseason field in the wild card round, taking on a team that won in the wild card round, that isn't supposed to be there, that has nothing to lose. They catch him flat-footed early, and the next thing you know, they're out, maybe in part because 49ers playing on Sunday, Cowboys punch their ticket on Saturday, they're thinking about playing the Cowboys again, and they fall flat on their faces. So I don't think Jerry Jones would complain about avoiding the 49ers in the postseason if they could, but he has to be realistic. Yeah, you're probably going to see the 49ers again. And, you know, Myles, the one big takeaway I had from that is if I'm an Eagles fan listening to it, I'm getting a little bit salty because what about us? You got to deal with us before you ever got to worry about the 49ers again in the postseason because you may not win the division. You may be that team that goes in the divisional round after you've managed to finagle a win in the wild card round and get your ass kicked by the 49ers. But the Cowboys still have a lot to prove before they can establish that the Eagles are not their biggest concern. For now, I would say Eagles and 49ers are equivalent concern for the Cowboys and what they're trying to do.
Well, especially if you just look at the records, right? I mean, the 49ers are 4-0, yeah, but the Eagles are also 4-0, and they're also in the Cowboys division. So I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I thought when he starts saying, oh, well, you know, the 49ers look like they're the most likely, I mean, I don't think he's exactly wrong. I mean, certainly the 49ers have looked like the most complete team to me in the NFL through the first 4 weeks of the season. But the Eagles are still 4-0. And if the Eagles are 4-0 and they're in your division, well, that's the team you've got to beat at least once, if not twice, in order to ensure that you are going to be at the top of your own division too. And, you know, somebody else has got to beat the 49ers to make sure that they don't get that number 1 overall seed. If it's not you that, you know, doesn't defeat them on Sunday. So there's a lot left to decide. But what is interesting, Mike, I mean, we thought that the 49ers, the Eagles, and the Cowboys would be the top 3 teams in the NFC. But at least to me right now, I would argue that those 3 teams might be the top 3 in the NFL. So it's interesting that the NFC is that top heavy. And one of those 3 teams, whether it's the Eagles or the Cowboys, probably is going to end up as the 5 seed. And that's saying nothing of the Seahawks, who obviously, you know, blasted the Giants on Monday night.
You know, you make a great point. Going into the season, it looked like the AFC had all the great teams, and it was going to be a nonstop week in and week out battle trying to figure out which of the AFC teams would emerge, and that they all seemed to be potential contenders except for the Texans and the Raiders. And I think for now all we can say is except for the Raiders, given the way the Texans have handled their business, especially the last couple of weeks. And the NFC was the 49ers and the Eagles and everybody else, and there was a second tier that consisted of the Cowboys and the Lions and the Seahawks. Well, the second tier and the first tier are kind of starting to press together. Even though the Eagles and the 49ers are undefeated, the Cowboys, the Lions, the Seahawks, you got the Buccaneers in there as well. I don't know what to make of them yet, but the Seahawks would scare the hell out of me if I'm a 49ers fan. And the Eagles have to be something the Cowboys take seriously. The Cowboys have not been anointed as the best team in the NFC East yet. They've had 3 dominant wins. That's the difference. The Eagles have had 4 inside straights that they pulled, and they could have lost each of those games. The Cowboys lost 1 game that we still don't know how the hell that happened. Well, we know how it happened because we crowned them, and they were too busy polishing the crown instead of focusing on the Cardinals. That's what Dak basically said. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.